The following presentation is a volunteer production from WKTV Sports.
Oh, man.
Somebody's got to be open. From the outside, and she gets it. How clutch is
He's
that?
got a first down, and he may break it.
He is going to go.
Number 2 is after him, and he's not going to get him.
Local sports coach for Wyoming, Kentwood, and Gaines Township. I'm Paul Cableman. My partner is Mike Mall. We are here at Wyoming High School where the Wolves are entertaining the Hawks of Forest Hills Eastern. Sam Becker, in his first year at the helm of the Wolves, they put out a good effort so far this year, but they have but one win to show for it. They've had a couple of, actually, most of their games have been fairly close. None that they've really been blown out in.
No, not at all. The biggest one is a couple weeks ago at Cedar Springs. They got beat by 16, 44-28. But last week at Northview, they were down by 13. Another 8-pointer and another 44-26 that we did in their opening game here against Byron Center.
And that game could have gone either way.
Exactly. As we were just talking to Coach Becker on the sidelines, he said, you know, we left an awful lot of points out there, plus the penalties. They were big that night.
And two touchdowns were called back because of penalties.
Yep.
You take those away, and it could have changed the complete complexion of the game.
Absolutely, especially for an opening game.
And Byron Center is 5-1.
Right. So they're nothing to be chuckled at by any means.
And Cedar Springs 4-2. They gave them a battle.
Yep.
So, you know, you got to kind of throw the record out a little bit when you come to playing each Friday night because it's a different week.
It is.
But the one thing that's really going to hurt the Wolves tonight is supposedly Michael Williams is going to be on the sideline. Right.
As we said, we talked to the coach beforehand. He's dressed, but they just don't feel it would be an advantageous move, and just out of precautionary, make him sit. And he certainly didn't want to. It didn't sound like by any means. And that's what you want in one of your stars. I mean, you want him to want to be out there.
Absolutely. You want that heart and soul of your team out there. But on the flip side, Eddie Astapau is in his third year at the helm of the Hawks. He's got a 6-0 record, ranked number 5, tied with Lowell in Division III. Off to a fantastic start. They've already clinched a playoff berth. Eddie, in his first 2 years, had a record of 8-10.
Yep, 4-5 each year.
Formerly of Charlotte, East Kentwood, and Charlotte again.
So they've already got the playoff spot wrapped up, but you certainly don't expect them just to sit on that laurel by any means, because now what you're playing for is to have that home field.
Bingo. You got it covered right there, Mike. And truthfully, it's a little chilly out tonight with a wind, so we're fortunate to be inside.
Yes, thank you, Mark Bergsma, for not being here tonight. I'm up in the booth with my partner, Paul, instead of on the sidelines.
Absolutely. And the field looks awesome.
It really does.
As you said, they've got the logo out there. That has really dressed it up. But for this late in the season, it just looks in great shape for a grass field.
Yeah, it absolutely is. We've had a good fall from that point of view. It's not like we've had a lot of rain, because I know the first game that we did here, you could see down on the field-wise where it was getting dug up and torn up a little bit that opening game, and I was wondering what it was going to be like tonight. But there hasn't been that much rain, and it's been a very good fall for football.
It has. But, well, we're going to be back for the start of tonight's game in just a moment. This is WKTV, bringing high school sports to your living room. Well, welcome back to WKTV here at Wyoming, where it is Public Service Night. They are recognizing the different law enforcement volunteer fire department members, the medical responders, and any other form of public service. It's also Ehlers-Danlos syndrome, which is a deadly disease that they're recognizing tonight. And once they get through that, then they're going to have a moment of silence, and then we'll have the national anthem. And a beautiful night. I'll be a little bit on the chilly side, but we don't mind that tonight, Mike, do we?
Not at all. Up here in the booth, as we look out at the flag, it's coming almost straight out from the north-northwest, as is the Wolves flag underneath it. But you can see the colors and the trees on the far side, and it's getting to be that time of year.
Yes, it is. Although there are a lot of trees that have not changed
No.
yet. And they predicted it would be a little bit later this year because it was been so warm.
Yep.
And at this time, the choir will be singing the national anthem. You can hear in the background our PA announcer, Pete Rusticus.
What so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight for the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the
Beautiful rendition of our national anthem by the Wyoming Choir. Please remember not only the men and women in the armed forces, but also those in the police, fire departments, and medical staffs and their families in your thoughts and prayers. And at this point, the coin toss is going to be done with the mayor, Jack Poles, doing the honors. And also the honorary team captains, besides the mayor, are the city manager, Curtis Holt, and the chief of police, James Carmody.
Got all the dignitaries out tonight.
Yes, sir. Who's watching the shop? Now, as far as we know, Michael Williams will not be playing tonight, which is a disappointment because Michael supplies some electricity when he is out there.
Oh, absolutely. So we saw the opening kickoff this year in the open of game number 1 against Byron Center. He took it back 80-some yards
89.
for their touchdown.
Yep.
So
He's the real deal. Albeit not a big boy, but he can fly. He's strong. He keeps his legs churning, and he's just fun to watch.
yes, absolutely is.
Okay. The referees for tonight, by the way, before we forget, local crew with Brian Haraberta, Daryl Woodwike, Tony Cardis, Dave Baldus, and Brian Peets. The mayor, Jack Poles, flips the coin. Referee picks it up and puts it in his pocket.
Nothing to it.
Yeah. The Hawks have deferred and will kick off.
Let's give a hand to the honorary captains of tonight's game.
With the wind at their back, they took that side.
And we're going to be playing some football, Mike, here pretty quick.
Absolutely so. As we said, the Wolves come in at 1-5, 0-2 in the bronze, and they are sitting in last place right now, tied with Greenville for that spot. Forest Hills Eastern on the other side coming in at 6-0, 2-0, tied with Cedar Springs for the top of it. And they play each other next week at Forest Hills, so that is obviously a big ball game.
And at this point in the season, they're all big games.
Absolutely so. That's the thing you're looking at from the point of view. You got to teach the kids. You know, as we said in the pregame, they're already playoff bound. They know that. You know, and they're looking ahead to Cedar Springs next week. And you, as a coach, you've got to maintain that you don't look ahead of anybody. I don't care what the record is right now.
Yeah, I think East Kentwood got caught up with that when they went into Jenison here a couple weeks ago.
Yep.
Going in 4-0.
The Falcons have a big ball game tonight.
Up at Rockford,
Up in Rockford.
Kicking off for the Hawks will be number 7, Zach Robbins. And his boot is a line drive kick into the end zone. Hit about the 10 and rolled the rest of the way.
Left footer. You don't see that often.
So the Wolves will put it in play, 1st and 10 at their own 20. Brian Berg, number 3, a senior, will be behind center. And we'll see who they have in the backfield with Williams on the sideline. Number 7 and 22. Handoff is to 10. It's Vinny Sauty.
Very good pickup off the left side. Picks up 5 yards. You take that all night on first down.
Absolutely. The Lions definitely would take that all night. Justin Seitz, one of the other backs in there for the Wolves.
Same play.
And he bounced off a tackler. And his forward progress was pretty close to the first down marker, but I think it's going to just shy.
Yep.
So that is very close.
Absolutely. It looks about like 3 inches short of the 30-yard line is all. Nose of the ball.
So 3rd and 1. See who gets the ball this time from Berg. It's the last man through, number 7, Seitz. And he's got the first down and then some, out to about the 35, pick up a 6.
There you go. Not too bad. 5, 5, and 6. Technically 5, 4, and 6, but still on the first 3 plays, that's not a bad average.
Not at all.
He'll take that all night, and that's what Coach Becker said they were going to try to do, was try to, smash mouth it a little bit and kind of get physical with them.
And go right at him.
Yep.
Handoff was to 10. Saudi is out to about the 37, 38-yard line. In on the tackle, 23, Wes Gal.
Caught him from behind and just wrapped him up and wasn't about to let him go.
Pick up a 3, 2nd and 7. Saudi this time gets it out to the 40. 2-yard gain.
I was going to say who made the tackle, but it was 50, and I don't have a 50 on my roster.
I don't either. So 3rd and 5, big 3rd down play here for the Wolves. Saudi's going to be, he's got it.
Excellent second effort with a spin move.
That's what did it.
It absolutely was. He was stopped short at about the 44, and he spun and got out to about the 46.
So 1st and 10 Wolves as they keep going right at them. They're not backing down.
Not at all.
And you got to love that.
Joe what?
Joe Dahl.
Number 7.
Justin Seitz is ball carrier that time. He picks up 1.
Number 50.
So that'll bring up 2nd and 9 from the 47. We just found out that the number 50 for Eastern is Joel Dalt. And our program had him listed as 54.
And he was just in on that tackle as well, so.
Well, you might hear that name more.
Yeah.
Quarterback keeper Berg, he's going to throw it. He's got a man open. First down to Seitz.
Very good composure, rolling to his left, and he got his body squared back up before releasing the ball and just dumped it out there. Very nice play.
It's a 41 of Eastern, so a 12-yard pickup and a first down. So they move the chains again.
Wolves have not had trouble scoring. They're coming in averaging 29 points a game.
Here comes Seitz off right tackle. He picks up maybe 3 yards to the 38. Well, Mike, everything has been positive yardage so far.
Exactly so.
They're going to mark at the 39, so it'd be 2nd and 8.
And the one pass was completed for yardage, so they're on a very good opening drive here, kind of set the tone.
Well, one of the key ingredients, too, is that they're keeping the clock running.
Right.
And holding on to the football. Saudi is tripped up at around the 35. Pick up a 4.
Palanta on the tackle on that side, number 33. Made sure he wasn't going to get anything past it.
It's going to bring up 3rd and about 6. I'm sorry, about 4.
Boy, Forest Hills has gone with those new metallic-looking helmets. They look pretty sharp up here.
Don't they? Here's number 6, a different back, and he's going to be very close to a first down.
I think he's going to get it.
I think so, too. That's Brandon Little.
There's a big hole off that right tackle, and he hit it hard and was able to get his momentum, and sure enough, it's a first down.
They're going to spot it at the 31, pick up a 4, and a first down, as you said. Well, the thing I'm impressed with is the pusher getting off the line.
Exactly so. There's some big bodies on Forest Hill's front line, and they're just kind of controlling them right now.
And that's where the football game is won and lost.
Oh,
is in the
without
trenches.
a doubt.
Berg hands it off to Saudi again. He isn't going to get much this time, about a yard.
And there you can see the difference, exactly what we talked about. There were 3 white jerseys there to meet him at the line of scrimmage. They just didn't get that push that time.
On the stop, 21, Jake Sibnewski.
So it'll bring up 2nd and 9.
Big play here. You don't want to go in 3rd and long. You want to pick up at least half of it so you've got manageable, 3rd down position.
And they burned almost 6 minutes off the clock already. Keeper by Berg. Now he's going to throw. He's got a man out there. It's complete. First down, Wyoming. Number 88. That's Zach Mann on the receiving end.
Down to the 14.
First down, roll.
There again, he rolls to his left and he squares his shoulders up. It's not like he's throwing it off balance. He gets very square to the line of scrimmage to make that good release. So often you see a high school quarterback, especially rolling that way, kind of wildly throwing it.
16-yard pickup.
First man, 22.
Enrique Bena picks up to the 12, about 2 yards. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Makes you wonder if this is a little bit where Forest Hills was thinking Michael Williams was going to be in there, and he suddenly isn't, and it looks a little bit different to the defense there.
You know, that could be, Mike. It's an adjustment they're going to have to make.
Oh, if he cuts it out, he's got the corner.
Number 7 takes it in for the touchdown. Wolves draw first blood with 5:22 to go in the first quarter.
Excellent blocking on that right side. You could see it from up here perfectly. They had pinned him in and were turning him in, and there was nobody that was going to get to him as he went to the flag. Here's a replay of it. You can see the right side of the line right there just has everybody pinned in. Good block from his back without making the illegal block to get him that extra yards, and nobody got within about 4 yards of him.
12-yard run by Justin Seitz puts the Wolves on the board.
Got him to 10.
2-point conversion to Saudi is good from Berg, and it's 8-0 Wyoming with 5:22 remaining in the first quarter. We'll take time out for some public service announcement. WKTV.
First day of school. All right, what do you got? How about a hippie?
No.
Popular brat, maybe?
No, that's not you.
How about a guy?
Are you crazy? There. This is you. I like this much better.
Yeah, you're right. Think so.
Edwin Martinez will do the kicking for the Wolves as they jump out to an 8-0 lead.
Back deep on the far side is number 11, Logan Hamilton. And I haven't gotten the number on the near side to us yet.
Can't read it. The kickoff it's going to be fairly short.
Oh, it's going to bounce.
Oh! Wyoming comes up with it!
I think they're saying he was out of bounds when he did, though.
Oh, shoot. That would have been a whale of a break for the
Yes,
Wolves.
it was. It had hit the defensive player, and so it's a live ball anyway. And the referees are discussing, saying, are you sure he was out of bounds before he came up with it? And thank goodness we have no.
It is Wyoming. Wait a minute. I'm sorry.
No,
I thought
it is Forest Hills.
Yep.
Here we're going to see a replay on ours. We'll be able to get a replay. Thank goodness they don't do one in high school like everybody else does now. But let's take a look at it. Once it hits, it's a live ball. And there you can see it hit Forest Hills.
Well, even if it didn't, it's a live. Oh, man, I'll tell you what.
That was really, really close.
Hit one leg was definitely in bounds, but his other one may have been out.
Wow.
But it's a live ball anyway, Mike. That's
Exactly.
where it goes
Exactly.
10 yards.
And then once he hits it, it's up in the air. And that was really, really tight.
The Eastern gets a huge break there. And the ball will be spotted at the 24. That's one you could argue either way.
Yep.
And the refs are still discussing something.
We say it's a good thing that we don't have instant replay, and Coach Becker is sitting there saying, man,
wish we did.
we had instant replay.
You got that straight. Jack Clark, number 15, will be barking out the signals for the Hawks. In the backfield with him will be number 9, Will Farmer.
Got two receivers spread out wide to the far side.
Handoff is to Farmer right off left tackle, and he gets some sizable yardage. Finally hauled down by number 8, Edwin Martinez.
On the stop, number 8, Edwin Martinez.
He gets out to about the 32, pickup of 8.
We said the Wolves put up a lot of points at 29. Well, the Hawks come in averaging 41 a ball game.
Yeah, they're definitely a scoring machine.
And only giving up 19 on the other side.
Farmer gets a ball going around the left end. He's got a first down and then some. Finally tripped up as he reaches about the 45.
Stop by number 6, Brandon Little.
Brandon Little, number 6 on the stop.
First down, Forest Hills Eastern.
So the Hawks have it 1st and 10 at the 45 after a 13-yard jaunt by Will Farmer.
Going to be one of these style of games?
Could be the last man with the ball. Left-handed thrower. Oh, nice defensive play
Excellent.
by number 31,
Pass broken up.
Donnie
number 31,
Alford.
Donnie Alford.
He's only a junior, but he played that like he's a senior that's been out there for 4 years.
Intended for Jake Savnewski, number 21. So to bring up 2nd and 10. That ball was well thrown,
Yes, it was.
but a nice defensive play. Farmer cuts it off the right tackle, breaks it outside a little bit, and he's down to the 40. I think it's going to be the 44 of the Wolves.
Farmer is starting off very strong tonight. He came into the game with 43 carries, 204 yards by the numbers that we got. That was one game short. It did not include last week's game with Greenville.
So he's run it 3 times unofficially for 32 yards so far. 1st and 10, Hawks. Toss out to the left flat to number 80,
Pass was complete to number 80.
Ryan Knight.
Stop at number 35.
Nice big target out there.
Yes, he is. 5-yard pickup down to the 39 of the Wolves.
Clark comes in at completing 60% of his passes by the numbers that we had. 11 touchdowns and 3 picks in 5 ball games this year.
Not too shabby.
Not at all.
Got one wide out to the right. Drops back. He's going to air it out. He's got a man down there, but he overthrew him.
I'm going to say, if he can catch up with that one.
That was number 80 again, the intended receiver.
3rd down and 5.
Knight comes in as his leading receiver with 24 catches, averaging just over 13 yards a catch. Has 5 TDs on the season.
So big defensive stance here for the Wolves. Although you almost think that might be 4-down territory with the kind of offense that this team has.
Yes, absolutely so. I would agree.
Clark looking over for the signals from the bench.
And especially trailing 8-0 already.
Man in motion. Clark keeps it himself, and he's going to be dropped right at about the 40-yard line. Gang tackle by the Wolves. Clark got no gain on that play, so to bring up 4th.
Interior of that defensive line just collapsed everything. He was hoping that the motion man would open up the middle, and it certainly did not.
Well, you've got to be impressed with the line play, both sides of the ball for Wyoming
Yes.
so far.
Now the Wolves are moving around to give them a little bit different look, making it look like they're coming, and now they back out. I would think they would be, though.
Clark drops back. He's looking off the left side.
Through the hands.
Was that?
It was intended for Knight again and went right through the hands, out of bounds. They're going to turn it over on downs.
Nice defensive stance by the Wolves.
Absolutely was.
They'll get the ball at their own 39, 1st and 10.
With 2:35 left in the first quarter, the first 10 minutes have been almost ideal for the Wolves from that point.
Coach Sam Becker's got to be pleased with what he's seeing so far.
Yes.
Berg behind center, hands it off to the last man through. That's number 7, Seitz. And he picks up a small chunk of change here.
Never did get him down, though.
No. Looks like he got it out to about the 43, pick up a 4, which you'll take anytime. On 1st down. Actually, I'm going to call it to 44.
Yeah, it's looking like it from this side.
Pick up a 5, 2nd and 5. No hash marks on the field, so it's really hard to determine where they are sometimes. Here comes, let's see, who is this? 31, was it?
Waiting for him to turn. 21.
21. Dakari Day on the carry, and he's about a yard shy of the 1st down. So 3rd and short.
21, Dakari Day.
Well, we've seen him roll out left and complete 2 passes. And they've come left side quite a bit with a running game in that first drive, and so far this one. And again,
Come off the left side, just like you called it, Mike.
Ball carrier number 10, Vinny Sadi.
Vinny Sadi, number 10, gets into Hawk territory to their 44. Pickup of 8 and another 1st down.
made an excellent cut. The defensive line or player was right there, and he had him in his sights, and he just kind of turned sideways and jumped right around him and picked up an extra 4 or 5 yards.
So 1st and 10 again for the Wolves. this one didn't go too far.
Ball carrier number 7, Justin Sykes.
There again, that's a perfect example of what you hear us talk about and you listen to other announcers say it. Whoever controls the line of scrimmage, that one was won by Forest Hills Eastern, and they had 3 guys basically meeting him right there because the Wolves just didn't get that push that we've been seeing so far.
So it'll bring up 2nd and 10 now. Dancing through there and picking up a chunk of yardage again.
Carrier number 10, Vinny Stotty.
Vinny Saudi. He's inside the 40. Probably about the 38-yard line, 6-yard pick.
Number 80.
And again, even with 5 or 6 white jerseys around him, he did not go to the ground. And that's going to do the first quarter already, partner.
Boy, that went quick.
Yes, it did.
So after 1, the score stands Wyoming 8, Forest Hills Eastern 0. We'll take time off for this public service announcement and be back for the start of the 2nd quarter. WKTV.
I am who I am, and that's beautiful.
I am who I am, and that is beautiful.
I am who I am, and that is beautiful.
I am who I am, and that's beautiful. I am who I am, and that is beautiful.
I am who I am, and that is beautiful.
I am who I am, and that is beautiful.
I am who I am, and that is beautiful.
I am who I am, and that is beautiful.
I am who I am, and that is beautiful.
Welcome back to Wyoming, where the Wolves lead 8-0 after 1 period of play. They have the football at the 38 of Forest Hills Eastern. 3rd down and a long 4.
Almost the ideal quarter, that entire quarter from a Wyoming Wolves point of view, offense and defense.
Yeah, their time of possession had to be about 75% of the time. Is this Saudi? No.
No, that
32.
one was Day again, I believe.
No.
Nope, 32, I'm sorry.
Devontae Smith. We've got a plethora of backs here.
Going to be just short.
Where did they mark it? Right at the 35?
Yep.
They got about half a yard to go. Mike, I don't know if you heard, but Hastings is dropping out of the OK Conference.
Are they really?
Yeah, they're going to go out of Battle Creek.
Wow.
Down in that area.
No, I had not heard that.
Yeah, it was just announced this week. They can't compete with bigger schools. 1st down for the Wolves as Vinny Saudi goes off left tackle and gets it down to about the 32-yard line, pick up a 3, and the Wolves continue to move the football.
No, I had not heard that, Paul, and we've got the reorganization of all of the OK conferences coming up next year again. Makes you wonder if they were one of the no votes when it was announced.
Yeah, they weren't real happy with the realignment, but I don't blame them. It doesn't work for everybody. Berg throws it downfield. It's picked off at the 27 by number 33, Drew Paulanta. There is a flag.
I think it came on the return, though. It was well after what the play had been picked. You could see that one would have been one he might have been better just to try to tuck it. You could see he looked at one point, thought about throwing it, didn't, and then did afterwards, and he threw it into pretty good coverage.
Yeah, he did. Watch this replay, if you will.
You can see he looks there, brings it down, and says, I can get it in, and didn't see the man underneath.
Yep. Personal foul is a call against the Hawks. And that will push it back down to the 30-yard line. So a 15-yard walk-off. They'll have a 1st and 10 from there.
Well, I want to quick thank both of the athletic directors, Ted Hollern here at Wyoming, along with his secretary, Lynette Paxson. And also Corey Anderson from Forest Hills and his secretary, Susan Host, for getting us information this week. We got it from both schools, and we greatly appreciate that.
I'll second that.
21 on the turn.
And he turns the corner, but he goes out of bounds.
Ball carrier number 21, Jake Sabnewski.
Jake Sabnewski, the ball carrier,
Vinny Sawdy.
picked up a sizable chunk of yardage on that one. Out to the midfield stripe, so a 20-yard pickup. First and 10 from there. And there he goes again.
Man.
And he's gone. Oh, that's not Sabnewski, though. I think that's 22, Caden Peters.
I think they got him just short. They did.
21 the ball carrier. Jake Sabnewski, shot by number 6.
That was not Sabnewski as announced. It was 22. Is that 22? Yes, it is. 22, Caden Peters, the ball carrier. And it goes for about 49 yards.
Excellent play by the defense, though, to not give up on it.
Exactly.
Touchdown by number 15.
Jack Clark, the quarterback keeper, takes it into the end zone for the touchdown.
That gives him 10 rushing touchdowns this year already, and maybe more, because like I say, we did not have stats from the last game. Plus 11 throwing, so that's not too bad.
Not at all.
No. Now they're going to go for 1. I thought maybe they would go for 2 to tie it.
Number 7, Zach Robbins, doing the kicking duties.
Blocked. Right up the middle.
I don't know if we can get a replay on that block, but that's huge.
There you can see the extra point. He comes right up the middle, gets a huge push, and
number
10:31 left of the first half. Wyoming 8.
9. Number 9, Chris Veenstra, I believe. Now watch the replay on the touchdown.
Clark just puts his head down, gets his push from his running back. Remember that used to not be legal to do. You could not advance the runner like that. It used to be a penalty. You could not push him from behind, but they did away with that rule. And now you see some of these piles get pushed 5, 6, 7 yards with these guys on them.
Yeah. Well, Zach Robbins will prepare to kick off for Eastern. Eastern's drive, 3 plays and 70 yards. On Wyoming's drive, Mike, it was 15 plays and 80 yards.
That might be why Forest Hills is averaging 41 points a game when they can make a big play like that.
Yes, sir.
But they're still down by 2 points, so.
We'll see if the Wolves can react to this in a positive way. Robbins' kick is going to be fielded at about the 11-yard line. That is number 34, I believe. Yes, it is, 34, Trayon Ward. Ward gets it out past the 25. Ryan Beeler, number 27, and unstopped. They'll call it to 27, so that's where the Wolves will put it in play.
Now, this is a big drive right now. I know it's early and you're ahead by 2 points. So that may sound kind of funny, but you just turned the ball over and you gave up a quick 6. So this is a huge drive if you're on the Wyoming side.
Sights the ball carrier, gets out past the 30 to about the 32, a pickup around 5 yards.
Stop by number 5, Ryan Roth.
Ryan Roth, number 5, did on the stop. So second and about 5. And Coach Sam Becker will take that.
You bet.
You got a whistle. I think this is going to be a legal procedure.
No, I got a timeout Forest Hills. I'm thinking they had 12 men out there, and the one was running quick to get off, and they didn't think he was going to make it.
All right, good catch there, Mike. With that timeout, we're going to take just a moment here, and we're going to thank our crew for an excellent job tonight, led by Bill Young, along with Arturo Varela, Scott Dixon, Daniel Beals, Mark Lang, Randy Edler, Chris Williams, Becky Shoemaker, Dave Mockma, and Paul Broussard. Thank you, folks, for an excellent job. Couldn't do it without you.
Not at all. Week in and week out.
And pictures by the concession stand. If you'd like to go over there, be fingerprinted.
Well, we've got some other regionals going on right now. As hard as it is to believe, but some of the fall seasons are already coming to an end this week. We've got golf and regionals, and tennis regionals, and I'll give a couple updates here after a couple of plays.
Handoff is to Seitz, cuts it back up, and he's going to be out about 2 yards or so shy of a first down. So he gets it out to about the 35. Pick up a 3. So 3rd and 2. 33, who picked off that pass, Drew Paulenta on the stop. Big 3rd down for the Wolves.
Absolutely is.
And off is the Seitz again. He cuts it. He's got it. And then some. Out to midfield. And they're going to mark it at the 47 of Forest Hills Eastern. 18-yard pickup. That's huge.
Here you can see a replay. Read the blocking really, really nice here.
And he broke it outside.
Right there.
He cut it back right there.
Yep. That makes a nice move there to pick up another 4 or 5.
So 1st and 10 Wolves as they move the chains into Hawk territory. Seitz with a carry again, this time off right tackle. And they still didn't bring him down.
No. And you like that if you're Coach Becker and you're on that Wyoming sideline. I mean, they're getting hit 4, 5, 6 guys, and they've got so much determination. They are not going down. And I know it sounds silly, but it really means something when you see that type of an effort.
And number 5, Brian Ross.
I'll take a player with heart any day over a talent.
Yep.
This time, it's number 10, Saudi, as Vinny cuts it back off left tackle, gets down to around the 40-yard line. So it's going to bring up about 3rd and maybe 2 again.
And then he hit that Paulenta wall. He went down.
Yes, sir. Well, it's closer to 3rd and 3. But anyway, the one big thing right now, what I'm seeing out of Wyoming, is that on 3rd down, it's short most of the time.
Yeah, exactly. It's very
long.
manageable.
Yes.
Just like that.
Yeah, and Saudi just keeps churning ahead, and he's got the 1st down. It'll be spotted at the 36. They keep moving those chains. And the big thing again, Mike, is that they keep possession of the football.
Right. They're doing exactly what Coach Becker talked to us on the sideline at the start of the game. We just want to play hard football right in your face, and we're going to play smash mouth with it.
And they're doing it. This time Seitz is it Seitz? No, it's Saudi. He stopped basically at the line of scrimmage. They give him about a half a yard. So it'll bring up 2nd and 9. We're approaching the 7-minute mark remaining in the first half. Wyoming on top, 8-6.
He's got him deep.
And he's got him. He caught it. 88 on the receiving end. That's Zach Manigan. Another 1st down for the Wolves. They're down to the 18.
Excellent play action fake to put that thing on the hip. You'll be able to see it here on the replay. Watch this play action fake. I mean, he comes up, puts it in the belly, pulls it back, and puts it on the back hip with his left hand. But then look at how there he squares himself up to the line of scrimmage to make that pass, as I commented on earlier. He does it very, very well.
Yes, he does. Impressive play. Here comes Seitz. He breaks a tackle. Still on his feet. Inside the 10. Still churning. And down close to the 5.
Got a flag, though.
Oh, shoot.
Down at about in the middle of the field at about
Probably
the
a
15.
hold. This might be coming back. See if we can catch the signal here. Oh, he pointed at Eastern, but let's see what's going on here.
Unsportsmanlike on the defense. Oh, both ways.
Okay, offsetting penalties. So do they replay it down?
Yes.
But aren't those dead ball fouls or not?
I'm not sure. I don't think they called it dead in this spot. It looks like they're moving the ball back to the original line. I think they said it was during the play.
Yeah, okay, so 15 yards against both teams. First penalty against the Wolves.
And how different is that from that first game of the year?
Oh yeah. What did we count? 16 was it?
Oh, it seems like it was up there.
So it'll be again first down and 10 for the Wolves at the 18 of the Hawks. As the Wolves are knocking on the door here again, leading 8-6. 6:25 and counting remaining in the first half. Been an excellent ball game so far.
It really has been.
Berg comes up to the line behind center. Hands it off to Seitz. Seitz is pretty much stopped where he got the ball. So no gain on a play. In fact, perhaps even a loss of 1. Well, we're not going to say, we'll say it no gain. So it'll bring up 2nd and 10. Again, the clock continues to run. The Wolves eating up a good portion of this first half off the clock. Exactly what they drew up in the game plan. Here comes Saudi, just keeps pushing, gets it down to about the 15.
Yeah, it's interesting as you look at the season stats for Wyoming. They have their total yardage is 135 yards more than what they have given up, which is very, very unusual for a team at 1-5.
Yeah, which means that maybe some turnovers have killed them.
Yep. And on the rushing yardage, they're actually 120 yards ahead of what they're giving up.
Berg dumps it off in the right flat. He's got his man, number 22. That is Dakari Day, and he's down to close to the 10. And it'll bring up 4th and short. Let's see where they spot it. They spotted it
at the 9.
So it's about 4th and 1.
Fourth down, about 2.
Big play here, just
Yes,
obviously. I mean, that's stating the obvious, but with coming up on the 4 minutes left, if you can get a first down here, that's going to take off at least another minute to 2 minutes, no matter what you do, unless the next play scores, obviously. And even if you don't get it, then you've got them. We're going to call a timeout and talk about it over here.
And that's probably not a bad move.
No, not at all in that situation.
So Sam Becker burns his first time out here in the first half. And with that, we're going to take time out for the public service announcement, WKTV, bringing high school sports to your living room. Knocking on the door at the 9-yard line of the Hawks. 4:02 remaining in the half. Wolves on top by 2, 8-6.
He got it.
Yes. Justin Seitz takes it down to the 5 where it's going to be 1st and goal for the Wolves. That is a big, big play.
Absolutely is.
Now the clock has been, okay, now they started up after they moved the chains.
Ball's on the 5, 1st and goal.
Here again, now like I say, I mean, you can run another minute and a half off here, depending on what you do.
It won't give Eastern much time.
No, not at all.
Although from what we saw in their first drive, they didn't need much. Hands off to Seitz, and Seitz just keeps pushing. He gets a couple of tough yards.
7,
down to about the 3. You know, this is exactly what they want to do, is just keep pushing it and using up that clock, like you said, Mike.
It is, absolutely. We were on the sidelines, and we saw Michael Williams out there, and we know how fast he is, but we commented on his size. Seitz was right there by him. He is not big.
No.
But the strength in the legs that he is showing tonight, I mean, you've got to be extremely impressed with it. I'm looking to see what numbers we've got on him for the season.
And off is the Saudi. He breaks it outside, and he goes in for the touchdown. 2:47 to go in the half, and the Wolves are on the board again.
Seitz came into the game with 71 carries for 355 yards, so averaging 5 yards a carry. So that's about what he started the game at, and it's hanging right there.
Nothing wrong with that at all.
There's the replay. You can see him hand it off. And just great blocking. Look at the block right there on the outside man. Turned him just enough that they don't even get a hand on him.
Well, the other thing, too, is impressive faking by the quarterback.
Yes.
That sets it up. Saudi.
Not quite, I don't believe.
Denied the goal line on the conversion attempt.
And that was a big one there, because that would have gotten them up by 10. So now if you're Forest Hills, if you get a touchdown, you can go for the 2-point conversion to tie it. So that was a big missed point there.
So the score now stands 14-6. Wyoming on top of Eastern. And with that, we'll take time out for this public service announcement. WKTV. Kicks off for the Wolves. It's going to be caught at about the 15-yard line. There's a fumble. Let's see what they say.
We haven't gotten a signal yet. Was he down first? He was. They're saying he was down.
So it looks like they're going to spot the ball at about the 23-yard line. Mike, as we talked earlier, the Wolves on their first drive took 15 plays to go 80 yards. This time it was 14 plays and 73.
There you go. Awful lot of minutes going by in those.
Yeah, the possession time is going to be about 80-20 in this first half, I think, at least, in favor of the Wolves. But again, time doesn't mean much to the Hawks, as they can put points on the board in a hurry.
Oh, he's got the line if he gets outside. Oh, a late flag.
28, the ball carrier, David St. John.
Sideline warning.
Davidson St. Jean on the stop of number 6. Brian Fiddle.
Gets it out to the 38-yard line and pick up a 15.
Flag on the field.
Watch this replay.
Well, he had some good blocking out there. Look at the white shirts. They're to the right of the black, and that just turns it. And he made a nice read there to go inside. But here's the sideline warning. No players can be inside that second white stripe. And fortunately for the Wolves, they give you a warning before they actually enforce the penalty.
Well, they just marked off 5 yards.
Did they really?
Yeah.
Wow, I'm surprised.
So am I. So it's 1st and 10 at the 43 now for the Hawks.
Excellent pursuit by the defense.
They just strung him out.
Yes, they did.
28, the ball carrier.
28 again, St. John, the ball carrier.
St. Jean. Stop by number 28. Jeremiah Purnell.
Jeremiah Purnell making the stop. And he actually lost a couple on that. So we'll bring up 2nd and 12. And we're down to the 2-minute mark of the first half. Pass downfield is overthrown.
Pass is incomplete.
Boy, he didn't stand much of a chance. If he got that one in there, that was pinpoint. There were triple coverage that he was throwing into.
So it's going to bring up 3rd and 12. And this is a big play because if they don't convert and force the punt, the Wolves have a chance to move some yard markers and maybe even put some more points on the board.
Exactly so.
Clark hands it off to the first back, and he's going to be tackled well shy of a first down. It's number 9, Farmer.
Ball carrier is number 9, Will Farmer.
Gets it out to about the 46, a 5-yard pickup.
On the stop.
And it's going to bring up 4th and about 7, maybe 8 yards to go.
And they look like maybe they're going to go for it. I think they're going to let the time run down a little bit. No, he is going into a formation. I thought maybe they're going to let time run down and call a timeout, but he's not. He's calling a play.
Looking over to the bench.
Back judge is starting to count it down. 4.
They're going to take a penalty and punt.
No, there's the timeout.
Oh, they called. You're right, Mike.
Timeout for Stills Eastern.
With 1:07 left.
All right, now answer me a question on this.
I'll try.
What's the point in the timeout? If you're going to punt, why not take a 5-yard penalty and move it back so you got more room to punt the ball? Or if you're gonna go for it anyway, just go for it.
Well, I'm thinking that's part of the choice as to what they're making. They were not sure. I mean, the last thing you want to do if you're Forest Hills is not get it and give the Wolves a really short field with just over a minute left. And now they are bringing the punter out, and they are going to punt it away. I think that was a little bit of the discussion. They weren't quite sure what they wanted to do. Now here you always have to be heads up for a fake as well.
Oh, yeah.
Especially after a timeout.
Left-footed punt. It's going to hit at about the 15 and roll dead around the 11. And that's where the Wolves will put it in play. Now, Wolves have 2 timeouts left, but only 57 seconds. Do you have Berg put the ball up in the air?
I don't think so, not down that deep. I think I would run a play, though, and try to pick something up. And if you get decent yardage, then you can call a timeout and see what happens. But there again,
you do not want to turn it over.
No. You know, from the point of view of the Wolves, I think if many people pull up a website right now and see 14-6 at the half, potentially, that's going to raise some eyebrows up a little bit.
You better believe it. Third man out. Seitz gets the ball, and he's got some yardage. Look at him run.
What effort.
He's got a first down out to about the 25, 14-yard pickup.
And there's the timeout called by Coach Becker on the sidelines.
So with 50 seconds remaining on the clock in the half,
Timeout, Wyoming.
We'll take timeout for this public service announcement, WKTV.
Would it be possible to live in a perfect utopia? It would be if it weren't for careless, destructive people. We may not realize it, but people deface public property every day, and this is a very regular and reoccurring event. Whether it's an anxiety issue, an act of frustration without an outlet, or maybe just to fit in. But this obstacle isn't difficult to overcome. All it takes is a little consideration, a little more control of our emotions, and a more productive sense of belonging. And together we can put back together the shreds of society.
Bringing high school sports your way at Wyoming. The Wolves with the football have it out to the 25, 1st and 10, 50 seconds remaining on the clock, 1 timeout remaining. Mike, you run one more play and then call your timeout and try and throw it?
No, I think you've got enough room at this point. You can feel comfortable. He looks very comfortable throwing the ball tonight. I think I would right now.
And he is. He's got a man out there. If he overthrows him, though, that is intended receiver is number 8, Edwin Diaz. Really nothing lost there.
No, not at all.
Stops the clock after 5 seconds are gone.
Now I would come right back with something again up in the air. I mean, you've got, as you say, no harm at this point. Give it a shot at something else.
This time he hands it off to 10, and Saudi got tripped up after picking up 5 out to the 30.
Now they're saying they marked him down earlier at about the 37.
Oh, you're right. You're right.
37.
So the clock is ticking now. Now they're just going to settle for taking the knee. I think no, they got a whistle.
He's going to call his last time out.
Timeout, Wyoming.
With 15 seconds remaining on the clock, the Wolves burn their 3rd and final timeout of the half. But I tell you what, I've got to be impressed with what the Wolves have done this first half.
Absolutely so. There's the warmest person in the stands tonight, the one dressed in the Wyoming Wolves mascot.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Getting the 2 thumbs up from him there.
You can't tell if that's a grin on his face or not, but
you certainly would think so if he's looking at the scoreboard right now.
Uh-huh.
Like I say, there's going to be a lot of eyes opened up in the OK Bronze people as they're looking at it, and I'm sure Cedar Springs folks, as they're pulling up the internet right now and catching a 14-6 score with 15 seconds left in the first half, are going to say, okay, we like this.
Absolutely. Handoff is to Saudi, and he gets it out to about the 33.
Ball carrier number 10, Vinny
Clock
Saudi.
is stopped, and I'm not sure. They're going to.
On the tackle, number 50, Joe Dell.
Forrest Hills calls a timeout.
Now, when that
Timeout Eastern.
when that timeout was called, there was still like 7 seconds on the clock, and they let it run down to 2.
And the one ref is holding up some fingers. It looks like maybe they are going to put some time back on.
And it's 4th down, but really, all the Wolves have to do is take the hike and maybe
just run around
a little bit and
I
run the
mean,
clock out. Yeah. They don't want to take a knee right away because that will stop the clock.
Right.
8 seconds.
And they're saying up to 8 seconds is what they're asking to be put back on.
The only thing here is that that's the last timeout for them as well.
You know, here as a punter, what they teach you to do is instead of taking your normal 2 or 3 steps, they tell you to just get it, take 1 step, and just get it off the foot. That's all. They don't care if it goes 5 yards. They just want it to get off your foot at this point.
It's a good snap. He gets it away, although it was almost blocked. It's going to roll. Clock is moving. Let it go. And the clock shows 0, but I did not hear a horn.
And they are waving it off, saying that's it.
So that's the end of the first half, and an entertaining one at that.
Absolutely was.
The Wolves of Wyoming on top by a score of 14-6 as we take time out And we'll be back for the start of the second half in just a moment. WKTV bringing high school sports your way. Bring it back when they reset the clock to 3.
This is a party you went to. This is your first drink and your second. This is the toilet you spent an hour puking into and the shirt that you started puking on after you thought you were done with the toilet. This is what you saw when you blacked out and when you woke up. This is the judge you had to appear before, the $250 fine she sentenced you to, your license, which she suspended, the class that you're in once a week for the next 2 months, and the parking lot that you helped to shovel as part of your community service time. This is that first drink again. Still happy you took a sip?
Wizards. Songs featured in tonight's show include music from Harry Potter, Lord of the Rings, and the musical Wicked. The music was written by John Williams, Johann DeMai, and Stephen Schwartz, and arranged by Ralph Ford, Victor Lopez, Richard Chaucedo, and Jay Mocook. The Wyoming Wolves would like to thank their band boosters, administration, and volunteers for the tremendous support. They would also like to thank Robin Ranso Higley and her crew for lending their artistic abilities to complete our mountain backdrop. Tonight, the band is proud to wear striped ribbons to show the support of those affected by vascular Ehlers-Danlos syndrome. Drum majors, Luke Martin, Aaron Murphy, Merkaz Kia, and Matt Multice. Is your band ready to perform? The field is yours for performance. the Wyoming High School Marching Band. The Wyoming Wolves are
Well, welcome back to WKTV here at Wyoming High School, where the Wolves are on top 14-6 after one half of play. And man, what a first half for the Wolves.
Absolutely was, Paul.
Mark is not one thing I've been called before, but that's okay. And to really highlight it, you got to be impressed with the push that they're getting off the line, but the running backs they're not quitting.
No.
They're not being taken down. They keep churning. Even when they're tackled, they're still upright.
Exactly.
And you got to love that fight.
Yep.
And one of the time of possession is huge in that first half for the Wolves. And just to emphasize that, they had the ball offensively for 39 plays to 11 for Eastern. And again, these stats are unofficial, but I have the Wolves for 33 carries, 137 yards on the ground, 4 out of 6 in the air, 1 pick for 51 yards. Okay, those aren't bad.
No.
On the other side, the Hawks, 1 completion, 5 attempts for 5 yards, 10 carries for 120 yards.
12-yard average.
Yeah, not bad, but they never had the ball.
No, exactly.
You can't score without the football.
No. As you said in the first half, and I've always said the same thing. You know, unless it's 75, 80 degrees, I really don't care about that time of possession statistic.
Right.
Because it doesn't, to me, and the only reason I say the 75, 80 degrees, because if your defense is out there that much, they're going to get tired. They're going to get worn out. They're going to get exhausted. And then you're just going to get, run right over for the most part. But on a night like this, it's okay from that point, and the way that they are controlling it from that side of things, it is just completely in the Wolves' hands.
Mm-hmm. And they are getting such a good push. They've carried the ball 33 times and have yet to lose a yard.
Wow. That's unheard of.
It is.
That is unheard of. And the other thing that we're not seeing tonight that we commented on in the first half is in the first game, we're thinking they had like 15, 16, 17 penalties called on the Wolves. What do they got? 1 tonight? 2 in the first half?
2. 1 was during that offsetting.
And the sideline warning.
Yeah, that's it.
Exactly. So really, if you want to be technical about it, 1 penalty is it. I mean, that has hurt them. And that's it from that point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I tell you, Sam Becker's got to be pinching himself right now.
Yes.
Because he said,
Not yet. He wants us to go for about another hour and a half.
Yeah, that's true. But as you talked about in the first half, when we talked to him before the game, he was going to go right at him.
Yep.
And he's been doing that and
Exactly.
successfully. They're getting typically 3, 4, and 5 yards virtually every carry.
Well, you remember the first 3 plays. We said they picked up 5, they picked up 4, and they picked up 6. So in 3 plays, they've got 15 yards.
Yeah.
And they pretty much averaged that opening drive all the way down. That was one of the times that if you look at it, that's why I've never been a big fan, and you see teams do it all the time. You win the toss, and you defer. I can't say I understand that all the time.
Personally, I agree with you because I think I would want the football and be aggressive.
Exactly.
Instead of waiting back on your haunches trying to stop them.
Yep. And that kind of set the whole tone right there.
It really did.
They just kind of took it right down the throat. It'll be interesting to see. As we always say, the first drives of the game and first drives, both sides, the second half, what adjustments were made.
Yeah.
Who can make the adjustments? If you're on the Wolves side, from what we saw, and obviously, coaches see it a whole lot different than what we do as announcers, they don't have to adjust much. I'm sure there's some things that you have to tweak, but all in all, in my mind, that was one of the better halves of football I've seen in a long time.
Oh, I agree. And you talk about deferring the coin toss, especially, I think, if you're on the road.
Yes.
You do not want to defer. You want to take that football and run it down their throat.
Yep.
And that takes the crowd right out of the game.
Especially with a team that comes in averaging 41 points a game, as Forest Hills does.
It just didn't make any sense.
Right. Now, it's going to be the key, as we said here, to start the second half. But you almost expect a play or two where Forest Hills is going to break it, and it's going to depend not necessarily for a score but for a lot of yards. And it's going to be interesting to see how the Wolves combat against that
React,
if they
yes.
do?
Yeah.
Does it take them out of the ball game, or does it fire them back up more and say, okay, we're still in this thing, hang in there?
Well, if you look at the first half, they reacted very nicely after that long
Absolutely did.
drive and
You
score.
figure the turnover on the interception wound up being their points, from that point, that wasn't their points. They made the stop after that, and that was very impressive from that side.
Mm-hmm. So, truthfully, terribly impressed with a 1-5 team coming in and playing like this.
Yeah, if we were up here, you would think it was the other way around.
Well, kicking off for the Wolves, number 8, Edwin Diaz. And he puts a foot to it. It's going to be a short kick, fielded at about the 24.
Oh, there's a big gap in the middle of the field.
And getting into Wolf territory, number 2, Antoine Keaton. Great field position to start the second half for Eastern at the 46 of Wyoming.
That was one of the examples. You always teach your kicking team to stay in your lanes, and they didn't that time. They thought the ball, I think, was almost going to bounce, and they opened up the middle of the field, and it was big.
Clark barking out the signals, working out of the shotgun. Puts a man in motion, hands it off to 22, and he breaks it for a first down. Finally hauled down by number 8, Edwin Diaz. Gets it out to the, let's see what they spotted, 35-yard, 11-yard pickup.
Edwin Martinez. First down, Eastern.
This time it's 21 off the right side. That's Jake Subnewski. And Subnewski gets it down to the 20. Where are we spotting it? I can't tell.
About the 28, it looks like.
Okay, pickup of 7.
Zach Mann on the tackle, but that's way too far down to make that first contact with him.
So they're picking up some chunks, big chunks of yardage in the first 2 carries here the second half. Clark keeps it. He's going to be dropped for a loss. Number 88, Zach Mann, broke through the line and dropped him back at about the 32, maybe we'll call it 33-yard line, a 5-yard loss.
Excellent timing on that. He stutter stepped so he wouldn't go off sides and made another one just as soon as the ball was snapped. He shot the gap and had him in his sights.
So they'll bring up 3rd and 9.
His favorite target tonight has been Ryan Knight on the far side.
Looking left, throws it downfield. He's got him. Still on his feet, inside the 10. And that's number 80 again, as you said.
I'll tell you what, he'd be my favorite target too. He's huge.
He'd be my buddy.
Man.
They mark it right at the 10, 23-yard pickup. Watch this replay.
And he's covered pretty well too. I mean, he's got him on the outside there, and he throws it to the inside shoulder, which is a perfect pass to lead him away from the defender.
So 1st and goal, I guess it is.
Yep, the other yard markers are on the ground, so it must be.
Clark barking out the signals, puts a man in motion, keeps it himself, stopped initially, but he's going to score.
Excellent ball fake in the backfield.
15, the ball carrier, Jack Clark.
So 9:42 remaining in the 3rd quarter, and Jack Clark takes it in for his 2nd score of the ball game from 10 yards out.
He faked it to 2 different backs going through there, and the Wolves went for the one going through the middle, and he had easy walk through to the right side.
They're going to go for...
No, they're going to kick again.
Yeah, they are.
And there's a penalty. Offsides on the defense. Now you might change and go for 2. And it looks like they are.
So encroachment on the defense will give them excellent field position to go for that 2-point conversion. Clark just broke it outside, and there was no containment there.
No, not at all. And a lot of that came from the 2 excellent fakes that he did to his backs.
The lone setback with him in the backfield, 22, Caden Peters. They stack the line, and Clark's going to walk in the end zone, untouched. And we are tied up at 14 all. Now, as you said earlier, Mike, it's going to be interesting to see how the Wolves react to this.
Exactly so. I mean, there was the first drive. As we've said, the first drive's both ways, at the start of the game and the second half. Now, Forest Hills Eastern made a statement on theirs. Let's see what Wyoming can come back with.
So Coach Sam Becker, in his first year at the helm for the Wolves, has got to recharge his team here as they relinquish their lead here on the first drive of the second half.
And number 34, Trayon Ward.
Kicking off, number 7, Zach Robbins, left-footed kicker for the Hawks.
Brendan Berg, no, I'm sorry, 34. Trayon Ward on the far side. And Donnie Alford on the near side.
Kick is going to go towards Ward, but into the end zone for a touchback. You know, that's a huge weapon that a lot of people don't realize. If you can keep the kick return team basically off the field.
Yep. And we're seeing more and more of it this year. I mean, there's been some years we don't see any kickers be able to get it to the end zone.
That's
and
right.
We're seeing quite a few this year. And that's not wind related. I mean, as we look at the flags to the north, they're still blowing a little bit, but certainly nothing that helped that ball.
It's not near what it was at the beginning of the game, as we felt standing out there. So 1st and 10 for the Wolves from their own 20. And off is to Cowdy. There's Zowdy. Vinny Sowdy gets it out to about the 38-yard line. Nice run.
Come right back with the same play they did to start the game over that left tackle. Better yardage yet on this one, though. There's a quick replay of it. You can see a good surge. They get them wrapped up and holding them inside.
So 2nd and about 2. There's a fumble. I think the quarterback picked it up, and he might have gotten a yard.
Ball carrier number 3, Brandon Berg.
That's his first carry of the night. Picks up 3rd and 1.
And it didn't look like a planned one.
No. Have to agree with you there, Mike.
3rd and 1.
This time Seitz carries off right tackle, and he's going to have a first down. Out to about the 31, pick up a 2. Just enough to move those chains.
Exactly. You didn't need, I mean, you certainly wouldn't mind a long play there, but you didn't have to have it. You had to get one that got you 2 yards, and he got 3.
So good answer so far for the Wolves.
Absolutely so.
We're under 8:20 remaining in the third quarter. We're all knotted at 14 here at Wyoming. Saudi, the ball carrier, they try to tackle the ball. He might have gotten a yard.
Carry number 10, Vinny Saudi.
It'll be 2nd and 9.
27, Ryan Wheeler. Also 9 on the stop.
And you could see on the defense that time, 3 or 4 of the Hawks had him, but they couldn't get him down, and the frustration's mounting a little bit. You could see they almost wanted to throw him down just to say, you will go, and he still would not go down.
It's almost in your face kind of football.
Yep, exactly so. Right up the middle, first man.
And a first down. That's 22, Enrique Bena. Bena, we haven't heard much from tonight. That's just the 2nd carry. But he got it out to the 42-yard line, a 10-yard pickup.
He came into this game having carried 29 times for 100 yards even.
Just under 4, about 3.5 yards a crack. This time Sights off right tackle gets little, maybe a yard or so.
20 with the ball carrier. Robert Brooks.
21.
On the tackle was number 27, Ryan Beeler.
Okay, they're saying it was Dakari Day with a run. So it'll bring up second and a long 9.
Here's one of those plays we said you don't have to get all 9. You'd like to make it manageable third down, as they did so much in the first half.
They didn't get it this time, but they picked up maybe 3.
Ball carrier 22, Ricky Bea on the hit, number 80.
Bea got it to the, looks like the 46-yard line, pick up a 3.
Tackled by Ryan Knight, middle of that line.
So it's third and about, between 5 and 6 yards. A long 5, we'll say, as Van Patrick used to say for the Lions. A little before your time, Mike.
Yeah.
First down. Oh, he slipped as he tried to cut back. Saudi had a chance. He could have gone the distance on that one.
Absolutely. If the feet wouldn't have slipped out from underneath him, he was making the turn, and he had the defender going to the defender's right. He was going to cut to his right, and you'll see it here. I mean, he comes up, and right there he sees it, and he's already got the defender lunging. There would have been nobody to catch him.
No, there was nobody back there. So first and 10 for the Wolves, once again, as they are moving the chains. Dancing through the line, a nice run again, this time again by Saudi. He gets it down to about the 36, about a yard shy of a first down. Well, you'll take 9 yards on a first down anytime.
Oh, without a doubt. Excellent job of reading the box.
Again, the Wolves are just chewing up that clock. We're down to the 5-minute mark remaining in the third quarter. Berg keeps it, throws it, got it complete to Sights. First down, Wolves at the 33. Not a long pass, only 3 yards, but it's just enough.
2457.
They move the chains again.
2467. Take up the senior table down by the jail.
And off to Sights off right tackle. Still on his feet. Still fighting and gets it down close to the 30. Great second effort again.
Absolutely. Berg came into this game completing 45% of his passes, but he certainly looks much stronger than that tonight.
Yeah, he is 5 out of 7. 6 out of 7 if you count the pick.
Now he came in 22 of 48 for 463 yards, long of 85 with 6 touchdowns and 2 picks. Rating of 102. I think that's gone up tonight. First man, that's a big hole.
Bubba, oh, he tripped him by the shoelaces. Enrique Bena almost had another touchdown for the Wolves.
He was looking at the old Studio 28 sign in front of him thinking, I'm running right to that open lot. And you'll see the tackle come up here just at the very, very last opportunity. He's thinking he's got 6, and there's the lunge.
I thought he had 6.
Just catches him.
26-yard pickup of Bena. Diving towards the goal line is Bena. He gets it down to about the 1, I think, is where they're going to mark it. So 4-yard pickup, second and goal at the 1. I'll tell you, this is impressive.
Absolutely is.
You give up a score, and you come right back and just smash it down. Sights off the right side, and he's
He's
in.
in.
Yep. 3:09 on the clock in the third quarter, and the Wolves regain the lead. Watch this replay.
Here again, his play looks like it's supposed to go inside. And he's just looking, he's got his two backs in front of him, pops it out just a little bit, meets him head on just short of the goal line, and just barrels through him for the touch.
Personal foul against Forest Hills Eastern.
What's going on here?
Unsportsmanlike on Forest Hills Eastern, a personal foul. So they're going to move it a yard closer. And now I think the Wolves are going to go for 2.
I'm surprised they don't take that on the kickoff, but because 15-yard penalty typically.
Yep.
Sights the ball carrier, pushes the.
He's got it.
And he's in.
That's the point. Justin Sights is good. 3:09 remaining in the third. Wyoming 22. Forest Hills Eastern 14.
So it's now 22-14. Wolves on top. With that, we'll take time out for this public service announcement. WKTV.
Is Chris answering any of your texts? I wonder what he's doing.
Again, we're back here at WKTV at Wyoming, and the Wolves have regained the lead 22-14 with an impressive 80-yard drive in 14 plays. They've had 3 scoring drives, 15, 14, and 14.
Wow. And the big one there, not only the number of plays and the yards, but it was, as we said, after what Forest Hills Eastern had come down and tied the score up. So certainly a way to answer coming back from theirs.
Edwin Martinez boots the kickoff down to about the 23. It's fumbled, picked up, and all down. Well, he's still fighting. Gets it out to about the 30-yard line. Number 11, Logan Hamilton on the return. There is a flag on the field, however, so this might be coming back.
On that stop was number 15, Ryan Heisinger.
Unless it's a face mask. We couldn't tell initially. Looking for the signal here from the referee. And it is.
Personal foul against Wyoming. Face mask.
So that's going to give the Hawks excellent field position once again at their own 46. The last time they started at the Wolf 46 and scored. Clark hands it off, and bursting through is 22, Caden Peters. He gets it out to the 45-yard line of Wyoming.
They're suddenly this half having a lot of success on that quick hitter right up the middle. They're going to come out and measure it to see if it's a first down or not. Nope, one ref said it's not. We're going to play.
Yeah, I don't think it is. It's about a football short. Quarterback Jack Clark cuts it back, and he's got the first down up to the 40.
Ball came out, stripped out, but they're saying its forward momentum had stopped well before that.
Pick up a 5 for Clark.
Ball carrier number 15.
on the quarterback keeper. Number 22, Caden Peters, if I'm not mistaken, is also a very good baseball player.
Okay.
I got a chance to see him last year, and he's just a good athlete, as a lot of these kids are.
Forest Hills Eastern has grown up in a hurry. I remember when they started off, they were in the smaller levels.
Yeah. Peters, again, the ball carrier. He didn't get a lot, a couple of yards down to the 38.
On the stop 28.
And as a matter of fact, we keep numbers for the last 10 years as to what records are. Back in the 05 and 06, they were in the OK Silver. In 07, they went to the blue for a year. Then they went to the gold for 4 years, and now the bronze. So
they're moving up the ladder.
Exactly so. I'm not sure what they're going to be in next year.
So 2nd down and 8 now. Clark barking out the signals. Hands it off again to Peters around the left side. And he's going to be a couple yards shy of the first down. Pickup of about 6. Should be down to about the 32.
22, the ball carrier, Caden Peters. Stopped by number 9, Chris Beechra.
So we got a big 3rd down play for both sides here. The Wolves would dearly love to stop him, but you got to believe it's 4th down territory anyway.
Yes.
Well, they didn't stop him this time. It's Peters who picks up the 1st down and then some, down to about the 22, 10 yards.
Peters, 8 on the stop. Edwin Martinez. Also on the stop, number 75.
Chains move again.
Aaron Rodriguez.
You know, the Hawks look like just like an offensive machine.
Yes, they do. They look very confident in whatever it is that they're running. And a lot of that comes from Clark being the quarterback. You can see he's very poised back there.
He's showing some of that senior leadership. Clark is going to, oh, he's got.
What a move there.
Yeah, he broke a tackle.
And again.
Finally knocked out around the 15-yard line.
Man, that's one they had him hit for about a 6-yard loss, and they just couldn't get the ankles wrapped up, and he made a big move to get out of it. And then a couple other moves after that as well. There you can see the replay of it. He's got him dead to rights there, and he just can't. He just shakes it. And then another move there, and another to cut the outside there.
So
this should be the last play of the 3rd quarter if they even get it off. They did.
Peters, finally hauled down by Edwin Martinez, gets another 1st down to the about the 7-yard line, and that will be the end of the 3rd quarter. With the score, 22-14. The Wolves of Wyoming on top. Both teams putting the 8 points on the board in that quarter. With that, we'll take time out for this public service announcement. WKTV.
Hurtful words are like dominoes. One hurtful comment can cause a chain reaction of many more. They can affect others to show the same actions. Day after day, more join in the painful joking and teasing. The sights and sounds of all the people following in the path of the ones who began the aggressive actions and comments. So don't collapse to the pressure of the people around you. Stand against the rest. Will you do what's right and help stop bullying?
Welcome back to Public Service Night here at Wyoming High School, where the Wolves are on top, 22-14, but the Hawks of Forest Hills Eastern are knocking on the door. The ball at the 6-yard line, 1st and goal.
Got opportunities going on down on the north side for field goals. From the, looks about like from the 3-yard line. First one hit the upright. Second one is good.
Wonder what they won. Well, it's definitely been a most entertaining game. One of the better games we've seen in a long time.
It really has been, without a doubt. Yeah, like we said at the halftime, I mean, I'm sure some people are raising some eyebrows if they're looking at this score online on the internet or getting an update on their phones.
So the Hawks have it 1st and goal. Clark again out of the shotgun. And Peters slips and falls. A loss of 1.
The old turf tackle.
Got the better of him. Actually, a loss of 2. And there's, again, amazing stat. The Wolves have not lost 1 yard tonight. 3 times they've pinned the Hawks for a loss, but most of the momentum is always going forward. So we got 2nd and goal at the 8. Clark is going to keep it himself, but they got to him.
Excellent defense.
They strung him out, and he had nowhere to go.
You could see from up here, he was looking, and there was just nothing coming open. There were black jerseys heading that side right with him like a mirror.
So it's going to bring up 3rd.
You'd almost think they'd be coming with some pressure here.
This is a big 3rd down play here. Obviously, they're going to go for it if it's 4th down, but if they could possibly pin him back a little bit. Clark looking in the end zone, tosses it down. There's his man, number 80. Ryan Knight hauls it in for the touchdown. All 3 completions that he's had tonight have been to. Oh, they're saying it was Kruder, 88. I thought it was 80.
So I'm looking to. No, 80 was on this side. I see him now going that side. Yep.
My apologies.
Now they're in a spot they obviously got to go for 2 this time, as compared to the 1 like they were going to in the past. Down by 2 with 10:34 left. And they're going to have to call a timeout to talk about it.
So with 10:34 to go in the 4th quarter, the Hawks burn their first timeout of the half. We're going to keep it right here. It's been a... Watch this replay, if you will.
I mean, Kruger's a pretty darn big target out there too on that side.
Yes, he is. He had 3 men around him,
yep.
but he was still pretty open.
Yep, he drove into the end zone and made him think he was going to the back corner, and he put the brakes on and cut out to the front corner, and he had him moving. There you can see some of the crowd that we've got here tonight. Very good crowd for a Friday night ball game. Both sides. Forest Hills traveled well down here as well, which you would expect. It's not that far. They're 6-0. I doubt too many people over on that side were expecting a ball game like this tonight.
I don't think too many people anywhere were.
No.
10-play drive, 54 yards. Culminated by the 8-yard touchdown pass. Clark hands it off, and walking in the end zone is Peters. No contest. And we're all tied up once again. Well, again, the challenge is to the Wolves to try and answer.
To this point, every punch has been hit with a counter punch, and they've come right back. We'll see if they can take another one.
That is by far the most time-consuming drive that the Hawks have had tonight. Their first drive, 3 plays, 70 yards. Their second, 6 and 46. This time it took 10 plays and 54 yards. Now, if the Wolves can do what they've done on their 3 previous long drives, they could chew up a good portion of what's remaining on that clock.
Absolutely so. Because I think that first drive, we don't have numbers on it exactly, but I think the first drive was close to 8 minutes.
Oh, it had to be. So kicking off for the Hawks, number 7, Zach Robbins, the senior left-footed kicker for Coach Eddie Ostapow in his 3rd year at the helm. team came in ranked number 5, tied with Lowell in Division 3 at 6-0. But the 1-5 Wyoming Wolves have given them everything and then some of what they wanted. Kick is fielded at the 10 and brought out to about the 27 by 31, Donnie Alford. So the Wolves will put it in play at their own 27. You know, that's one thing the Wolves have not had is good field position tonight. But they've made the most of the drives that they've had the ball.
Yep. Yeah, well, like you say, when you're running 14, 15 plays, it's not like you have to be starting at the other 10 or 15-yard line. You can just still march it down and use that much more clock.
The push of the offensive line has really been impressive for Wyoming tonight. Got a whistle for one of the few times, and we got an illegal procedure against the Wolves. That's their 5th penalty. That'll push it back to 22, where it'll be 1st and 15. 3 penalties against Eastern tonight. Pretty clean ball game.
It has been, especially by comparison to that week 1.
Man, I hope to tell you. Like I said earlier, I think it was 16 flags that we had thrown that night.
I would not have wanted to pay the laundry bill that night because there it was everywhere.
Oh. Here comes Seitz, but he's caught after basically no gain. To bring up 2nd and 15. 65, Zach Miller in on the stop.
Here's a big play right here. As we said, you know, commented so often, you want to make that 3rd and manageable. And they didn't.
No, they didn't. Not that time. As that time, Saudi is stopped in his tracks.
See, the Hawks right now have a little bit more oomph on defense out there than what they've had all night. There's some head slapping going on and arms raising up, trying to get the crowd into it and other things that we hadn't seen earlier because the Wolves had pretty much controlled everything. And even if they didn't have the lead, you just kind of felt like they still had the manhandle top hand on it.
Throw downfield, he's got his man! First down, what a play.
Excellent read.
Zach Mann with a reception.
First down, Wolves.
You know, we comment on the big targets that Clark has on that side. This is a mighty big target as well, and he just read it perfect. You can see him start off on the far side, goes right straight down the seam, and he just hit him.
18-yard pickup, a huge first down for the Wolves.
And an excellent job to hang on to it because he took a shot as soon as he caught it.
That he did. Good open field tackle, too, on the Eastern side. So 1st and 10.
First man.
And plowing ahead is Enrique Baina. Baina gets it out to the 45, where it'll be 2nd and 5. I like it. The Wolves are doing exactly what they wanted to do.
Yep.
We're at 8:30 and counting here in the final quarter. Tied up at 22. Saudi off left tackle. He's going to be very close to a first down. The clock is being stopped, and they may measure.
No, they're saying 3rd.
Okay.
Boy, looking at the nose of the ball, it's almost on the 50. I don't know how you couldn't measure right now, to be honest.
I have to agree with you, Mike. So we're going to have to list it as a 4-yard pickup out to the 49. Big 3rd down play here for the Wolves. First man, I think he gets forward motion is going to give him.
Yeah,
the first
I think
down.
he got right to the 50.
Actually, the number 6, the ball carrier, Brandon Little, And Brian Haraberta is standing right on the 50-yard line. It is a first down. Just a second carry for Little. He's got roughly 5 yards and 2 carries. But a big, big first down.
And did I see a flag fly on the far side? I did. Sideline warning, so there's the penalty on the other side this time.
Are they going to march it or are they just going to warn them? See, last time they moved the ball. It's just a warning this time. So, 1st and 10 for the Wolves at midfield. 7:43 and counting in the ball game. And off is to Seitz, I believe. Yes, it is. Look at him.
Wow.
What a second effort. Man, you talk about somebody that wants that football.
Absolutely so.
They spotted at the 41, a 9-yard pickup. Watch this replay. Seitz, the third man through.
I mean, he takes his first shot at the line of scrimmage.
Yes. We just broke the 7-minute mark remaining as the Wolves continue to impress with their ball control. First man through, I think, that time.
Yep.
And let's see, who is it?
I think he's just
Enrique
just
Bea.
short.
Boy, he is, Mike. How can you not even measure that one?
No. They're debating. They might yet. Nope.
No, they're saying inches. They got better eyesight than I do.
No kidding. They got 20/20 vision. Well, it was 10:34 when they kicked off. So you're looking at a 4-minute plus drive right now.
And they aren't done.
No. I was going to say, there was a lot of movement early there.
And that's going to be marked off, a 5-yard penalty.
Right side of the line got a little head start that time.
It'll put it back to the 45. So they're going to have 3rd and 5, but still manageable.
Yep.
As we're closing in on the end of less than 6 minutes remaining. Rolling out. I was wondering if he wasn't. He's got his man. Still on the move. And inside the 15 is number 2. We don't have a 2.
Brendan Berg.
No, 3 is Berg.
No, I'm sorry, you're right.
I don't know who the receiver was, but what a play. Down to the 12-yard line, 33 yards. You have no idea who that is.
No, we don't. He made a great play, whoever it was. Biggest play of the night, as a matter of fact.
Yeah, it is. Did Berg keep that one?
No, he gave it up.
Okay.
Seitz.
He faked me out that time. Sykes might have gotten a yard at best. So 2nd and 9.
We're coming up on 6 minutes on this drive.
Well, I'm going to have to back off that. I'm going to say it's 2nd and 10. That ball really is on the 12-yard line.
First man went no place.
So it's going to bring up 3rd down. All right. Do you put the ball up in the air here, Mike?
I think you have to.
I think so, too.
He's got enough confidence in himself, the way he's played tonight. I think you give him that shot.
He's really done a nice job.
He has.
That one pass is the exception that got picked off, but
We've seen him be very comfortable rolling to his left.
And that's what he's doing. He's got a man out there, but he just kind of short-armed him.
And that one was because he was getting the pressure from Antoine Keaton on the defensive side. He was bearing down on him in a hurry and didn't give him the time that he wanted. He was trying to hit man again coming out of that short pattern and just didn't have the time to do it.
Do you go for 3? I mean, you're inside 4 minutes remaining in the ball game, a tie score.
If you've got a kicker, yes, but I think they'll feel very comfortable. They're not going to.
No,
I think they'll feel
not.
very comfortable not.
Berg rolling right this time. He's got a man out there.
And it picked at the goal line.
Oh, man.
He just jumped the route. He read that. He was on the outside. If we can get a replay of it, you can see it if he does. He was on the outside, and watch him here. He comes up, and look at where he comes from. He's outside the defender and makes the pick right at the goal line. But he was a good 2 yards outside when he was getting ready to release that ball, and he just read where it was going and jumped the route.
I couldn't tell who it was that made the pick, but nice defensive play.
Now, here's a big play because you can't
gotta lose our yardage.
Exactly. You cannot just go down easy. You've got to get some forward momentum.
Oh, no.
Uh-oh.
Peters may have broken it.
You got to dive at him.
And they got him.
So often you see guys just run with him down the field and you never make the dive. He did, and he made a game-saving touchdown
He
right
sure
there.
did. Gets it out to the 39, so from the 1, it's a 38-yard run by Peters.
Yeah, I've never understood that. You got guys that run with a back like that. They run with him for 20 yards and never dive. It's just like I'm sprinting with you. Why?
Exactly. So 1st and 10 for Eastern. We got a flag on the play. I think this is good. No.
Forest Hills Eastern is making it look like it's going to be on Wyoming.
Yeah, they are. And he did point towards Wyoming. I didn't see the call, though, did you? It must have been encroachment.
Here it is. He hands it off deep in the end zone, and he just makes a great read behind his back and his receiver, puts his hand down to get momentum again in this balance, and he's off to the races. But look at the great tackle there. We had to cut away soon, but.
Oh, here's a good tackle on Peters by number 79, Joe Wisner. Weisner, rather, and he actually lost a couple yards on that play.
Excellent penetration by the big tackle.
So it'll bring up 2nd and long 7.
He's right over the nose of that football, so he gets to react first, and he just made a great play.
Clark rolling right. He's going to keep it, and he is tackled out of bounds, close to the first down marker.
I think he's about a yard, maybe a yard and a half short. Oh, they gave him a real nice spot. The one ref was back a little bit further than that.
They're going to put it out at about the 48-yard line, going to bring up 3rd and 1. We're approaching 2 minutes remaining in the ball game, and we're still tied.
Well, you got to shoot the gaps here to get back to him. They did, but just not enough.
No. Peters gets a yard and just enough for a first down to move the chains. Both teams with timeouts left. Eastern just 2 and Wyoming 3. As the clock is ticking, you know, we said at the beginning of this game, the team with the ball last might be the winning team.
Yeah, when we saw the 2 quick scores. Good D.
Oh, actually, they strung him out, stopping number 21, Jake Subnowski. And he's dropped for a loss back to the 47, a loss of 2.
The Wolves call a timeout.
It's their first with 1:24 remaining on the clock. And it might be just to regroup and give the defense a rest here, because if they stop them, they're going to force overtime, basically, unless they can score in the last seconds.
Yep.
But, man, I'll tell you, I am really impressed with what the Wolves have done from the beginning of the season to this point.
Oh, absolutely so. As we commented, that opening game against Bayern Center, the final was 44-26, but it didn't feel like an 18-point game.
It wasn't.
If I remember right, there were 2 touchdowns that were called back, long plays for the Wolves that were called back because of penalty. You take right there 16 points potentially between the 2 touchdowns, the 2 two-point conversions. It's a 2-point ball game. And as you said, partner, Bayern Center is 5-1, so they're not a team to be laughed at by any means. And technically, they were right in the ball game with them.
They were. And if you look at their scores for the season, they have not really been blown out by anybody.
No.
So big second play here, second down. Clark out of the shotgun, looking to throw. Throws it downfield. He's got a man wide open, and he's still on his feet. And
and he picks up the blocker, and he's going to go.
God.
No flags anywhere. All day long, the pattern that they had been throwing out was an out pattern, and he put him on the post instead. And I think it's Kruger again, if I'm not mistaken. He's been on the right-hand side, and he throws it into a post instead of an out, and he just hits him right in stride. And then he makes a nice move there, and then another one here to slide back around to be able to pick up.
You got a nice block from the referee.
Here comes his block. Knight coming up and gets the big block to take him in.
It is Kruger. From 53 yards out with 1:12 on the clock. Kick is up. And
oh, he missed it.
Good. That could come back to roost.
Absolutely so. Plenty of leg, just missed it. I couldn't tell which way. Well, with 1:12 left, it's a 6-point ball game. And the Wolves still have 2 of their 3 timeouts left. Now here, the only thing here now is the Wolves, you got to speed it up a little bit.
Yes, you
cannot be the deliberate anymore, because as we saw on that last drive, it took 7 minutes off the clock, whatever it was, close to it. Yep. You've got to pick up a little bit bigger yardage now at this point. You can't do the 5-6 yards and be happy with that, because you won't get it back.
You're right. You don't have the luxury of time here. With 1:12 on the clock, you've got 2 timeouts. You need to conserve those.
But we've seen where Berg feels very comfortable back there rolling out and getting the ball out of his hands. He's done a very good job tonight.
So once again, left-footed kicker, number 7, Zach Robbins, to put a foot to it. And it's a square.
Ooh, I'm a little surprised, to be honest.
Yeah, it's going to give him decent field position. Right at about the 35-yard line is number 6, Brandon Little, covered the kickoff. That's really the best field position they've had all night.
Absolutely so. Real quick before we get into this last couple minutes, I mentioned earlier about tennis and golf going on this week. Congratulations to the South Christian boys tennis team. They were runners-up in the regionals, qualified for finals for next weekend at Kalamazoo College. And I'll hit girls golf after this next play if we have time.
Berg rolling out to his right. He's got his man out there out of bounds.
Stops the clock. 1:01 to go.
Number 2, the receiver again. We don't know who that is because he's not on the program. But he gets it out to about the 43, 8-yard pickup. Stops the clock, as you say, Mike. 1:01 on the clock.
And in Division I in the girls' golf, Kentwood wasn't able to defend their championship, but Mackenzie McCoy did Kenoy, did qualify as an individual for next weekend at the Meadows.
Berg rolling right, gets some pressure, and he's sacked.
Now you got to call a timeout just to stop the clock again. You're at 55 seconds.
8-yard loss. It's the first sack of the game on either side. And they did call a timeout with 53 seconds remaining.
There's a replay of the sack. And the other one I want to touch with, and then we'll get back to our football game, but to me, I've commented on this one in years past. South Christian girls golf won their regional yesterday. They are going to the state championship for the 17th consecutive year.
That's unbelievable.
Isn't it?
At any sport, that's
exactly. 17 straight years.
Wow.
They have won it twice. They've been runner-up 5 times. They have never, in their first 16 years going there, been below 8th place.
Here's a note for Kurt Copeland. Your girls' golf coach deserves a raise.
Unbelievable.
That is incredible.
Yep. That in high school, that's one of the most remarkable streaks I've ever heard of.
Mm-hmm.
Good block to get him out there.
Oh, right in his hands. Saudi turned to run upfield before he caught the ball.
He hit him right in stride, too. He
That
couldn't have
he
thrown
did.
it any better.
So that's going to bring up a 3rd and about 10. Or is it? No, it's 4th. I'm sorry. It is 4th down.
Now here I would expect Forest Hills to come with pressure. They almost got to him there. He made a nice rollout move to get away from it. I would almost think they're bringing another 1 or 2 rushers on it.
Yeah, I have to agree with you, Mike.
Nope, he got to him.
Yep, he completed the pass, but it's going to be
Didn't
short.
get it. Wow.
Saudi on the receiving end gets it out to the 40, a pickup of 5, and that's going to turn over the ball, and that will be the ball game. As Eastern will take it with 47 seconds left on the clock at the 40 of Wyoming, and they'll just take a knee here, I'm sure, and run out the clock.
I'll tell you what, you can see the Wolves coming to the sidelines very dejected, but there is no reason for any single one of those young men to be hanging their head tonight.
Absolutely not. They've got everything to be proud of. They put up a whaler of a battle.
Forest Hills Eastern is sitting over there saying, these guys have won 1 game this year? I don't believe it.
And they take a knee. There was actually 12 men on the field for the Wolves, but I don't think the refs cared.
Timeout by the
Oh,
Wolves.
that's how they prevented it. Okay, 39 seconds to go. The Wolves burn their last.
Well, Wyoming next week will have their last home game of the year. Forest Hills Northern will be coming in.
It doesn't get any easier.
No, it doesn't. Northern is 5-1 going into play tonight, 1-1 in the bronze. Forest Hills Eastern, as we commented earlier, will be playing basically for the league championship next week, as they will be hosting Cedar Springs. And they both are 2-0, and I believe, based on the first score I saw, Cedar Springs will also go to 3-0 because they were up big over Greenville tonight. So the OK Browns will be on the line next week at Forest Hills Eastern.
Okay, Mike. Now
they moved it 5 the other way.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. I don't understand this.
Maybe their 12th man was just guarding the other 12th man.
Okay, Clark moves back, takes a knee, and that clock is going to run.
That will do it.
What an effort by the Wyoming Wolves tonight, going up against the number 5 team in region or Division 3, if you will. They moved it back another 5. Oh, that's because he put a knee down.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, everybody in the Grand Rapids area knows the powerhouse that Lowell is. Forest Hills Eastern came in tied with them in the state rankings. That tells you how good they are this year.
Mm-hmm.
And Sam Becker had his young men prepared with the best of them I've seen in a long time, coming in very overmatched. And as Sam himself said, they've been hit with the injury bug, which made it that much worse yet.
And their best ball player never saw the field.
Yep.
Well, our congratulations to both teams, because the Wolves did themselves proud tonight, even though they came up on the short end of a 28-22 score. We're going to take time out for this public service announcement, and we'll be back for a quick wrap. WKTV.
Is it worth ruining a life? Don't be a fiend, be a friend.
Bills Hawks, of course, these Bills Eastern Hawks, everything that they could handle and then some. The Wolves drew first blood. They took the opening kickoff, marched it down 15 plays and 80 yards, scoring on a 12-yard run by Justin Seitz, and then converted the two-point conversion, Saudi catching it from Berg. Right away, the Hawks came back and answered on a 1-yard run by Jack Clark, missing the conversion, though, so it was 8-6 early in the second quarter. Vinny Saudi ran it in from 3 yards out on the next drive for the Wolves to go up 14-6 after a 14-play drive, and that's where we stood at halftime. To start the second half, the Hawks moved down the field, Clark scoring on a 10-yard run. They converted on a Clark conversion run to tie it up. Seitz came back and answered with a 1-yard run after another 14-play drive to put the Wolves on top after a 2-point conversion, 22-14. With 10:34 remaining in the ball game, Chase Kruger caught an 8-yard pass from Clark, and Caden Peters ran in the 2-point conversion, and we were knotted. And then with just 1:12 remaining in the ball game, Kruger split the defense on a 53-yard hookup with Clark. The kick was no good, and that's the final score, 28-22. What a ball game.
Oh, absolutely so. Like I say, we're looking at the Wyoming Wolves down at about the 25-yard line right now, and you could see some heads are hanging a little bit, but there is absolutely no reason to whatsoever. I mean, I'm sure Forest Hills Eastern, like I say, if I'm their coach, I'm looking at Sam Becker as he comes through that line and says, "You've only won one game?" I don't believe it.
Oh, yeah.
Because they were so well prepared tonight. And you could see that right there. The kids were kind of hanging their head, and Coach Becker jumped in the middle of the huddle and fired them back up a little bit just to say, hey, you played a whale of a ball game, man.
They certainly did, and our hats off to the Wolves. They've got something to build on, and they're doing it the right way here. Well, for our crew, led by Bill Young, along with Arturo Varela, Scott Dixon, Daniel Beals, Mark Lang, Randy Edler, Chris Williams, Becky Shoemaker, Dave Mockman, Paul Broussard. This is Paul Cableman along with Mike Mull saying we hope you enjoyed the game half as much as we did, because it was an excellent game.
And by the way, partner, happy early birthday.
Oh, thank you. You didn't have to mention that. But
I didn't say the age.
Oh, thank you for doing that, too. Have a good night, everyone, and God bless you.